We're going to do things differently today, and I am not going to bury the lead. I am going to start out by just saying it. The Bamix, this immersion blender, is the best immersion blender that money can buy. I have been using this for over 10 years in a number of different Michelin star kitchens. I've been using it in my home kitchen, and I absolutely love it. It's excellent at making soups and sauces and purees and whipping things and just a number of different things. So why then is it that it seems like nobody online has even heard of this machine outside from chefs? So in this video we're going to answer the question, is this the best immersion blender that you can get for your kitchen, or is it just a lot of overkill that really only chefs should have heard about? Let's jump into it.
Let's kick this off by testing what this machine was built for: blending. While normal blenders are limited by the size of the container that they can blend, immersion blenders have no such limitation. Here I'm blending a few liters of butternut soup. Both the super high-powered motor and the razor-sharp blades do an amazing job of puring ingredients, and they even create this little vortex to ensure good, even blending. The machine is also incredibly temperature-resistant and very waterproof, so you can blend straight into a hot pot without fear of burning out the motor or of any stray soup splashes damaging the internals of this machine. We can easily claim that our first test is a resounding success. In contrast to ripping hot ingredients, this immersion blender can also blend tough frozen fruit and handle ice-cold environments just as easily in this simple smoothie, barely leaving behind any bits at the bottom. There's probably a good time to mention that this machine is also incredibly easy to clean, using this little trick of blending some soapy water and then continuing to blend in some clean water. Just give it one last rinse and dry it off before you put it away, and it is as good as new. But what about thicker ingredients, like dips for example? Now here I just quickly heated up a can of chickpeas with a little bit of veg stock, and I seasoned them up with what I had around to make a super quick batch of a hummus-like dip. Now while this could have been even smoother if I cooked out the chickpeas for a little bit, this was an ultra quick 5-minute easy meal prep, and it performed exceptionally well. Now, the flexibility of the shape of the machine allows it to perform amazingly in a number of other applications. It is absolutely perfect for making emulsified sauces like a hollandaise or a mayonnaise, and it holds a super stable emulsion. You can even blend herbs directly into these sauces and they come out incredibly smooth. Making this aioli literally only took me 5 minutes, and that's only because I accidentally made it twice, because I forgot to record my blending shot the first time round. So for a fraction of the price of store-bought mayonnaise, I made a ton of a really delicious sauce. Okay, so far this appliance is 10 on 10. But it must have some drawbacks, right? Now, honestly, the first one that comes to mind is that the blade is super sharp and the base of the blender is a little bit exposed. So this thing can be super dangerous. So please be mindful that when you're not using it, it is switched off, just to prevent any accidents. There's also another couple little bonus features as well as a few drawbacks, but let's discuss those further as I share my final verdict.
Okay, we have discussed all of the pros and the cons of this particular machine. What's my final verdict? Should you actually get this immersion blender? Something that is definitely noteworthy. This typically comes with a couple different attachments. One that's for whipping, one that's for chopping, and they're both great. The whipping I have mostly used for like fancy foams in Michelin star kitchens, but you can also use it to whip eggs and stuff like that. The chopper I don't think I have ever used, but it also has a little sort of like spice grinder attachment, which I've used to do like little purees and like grinding some spices. It's actually quite useful. This also comes with like a little holder so that you can like hook it against the wall. This came with a lot more bits, which I have lost throughout the years. So I guess that is another little disadvantage, is that the little bits and pieces are hard to lose. If you like move around a lot with this and take it to events and stuff like that, you should really be careful to like be mindful of all the pieces. But I digress. Even without that, for the price, I think this is the best immersion blender that you can get for your home kitchen. If you do not have a high-end blender or a high-end food processor, and you want to start with a piece of gear that you know that you're not going to need to replace, I would definitely go for this, especially if you mostly do like smoothies and soups and sauces and stuff like that. That's what you want to do most of your blending for. Can it do as good as a job as, let's say, my Vitamix, which is like a much bigger, more intense blender? No, of course not. They do very, very different things. But at the same time, my Vitamix can't puree, let's say, 4 liters of stuff at the same time. I could put this in a pot and get that done just fine. Would it be as smooth? Probably not. It would take like a little bit longer, but definitely much, much easier. It's way, way easier to clean. And because of that, I think you'd get a lot more use out of it. If you're just looking for a cheap blender to sort of just get the job done, you don't need anything super fancy, you don't mind if your purees aren't the smoothest, then just get a much cheaper immersion blender, honestly. Would it probably die on you after a little while? Yes, this, honestly, it's indestructible. It is Swiss made, it has a great warranty on it, and besides the chocolate and the cheese and the bank account, this is one of the best things that Switzerland has to offer. What I will say, if you do have a little bit more money to spend and you want something that's just going to be a lot more powerful and perhaps a little bit more versatile, what I may recommend is either a Vitamix or a Magimix, which is like a really good food processor or a really good high-end blender. If you'd like to see a review of either of those, you can watch these videos here. Thank you so much for watching. There's affiliate links in the description if you would like to buy this piece of equipment or like a budget alternative that I'll recommend. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Bye. Hi. Hi. You're gonna go and review stuff with Dad?